Young Sheldon is kind of infamous for its retconning of certain things from the Big Bang Theory. But as far as the retcons go, one that I'm definitely a fan of is the changes made to Mary Cooper's character from the Big Bang Theory to Young Sheldon. If you go back and look at her character on the Big Bang Theory, she's not an incredibly nice person all the time. She has this kind of condescending nature in the way that she talks to people. She also, one thing that I kind of forgot about her character until going back and looking at certain episodes is how big an aspect of her character is the constant making of kind of these bigoted, inappropriate statements. Both of these characteristics are pretty much gone, from young Sheldon. She's a much kinder, warmer, more gentle type person, which makes sense with the kind of show that this is. Big Bang Theory, at least early on, was meant to be a more mean spirited type of show, where this show is nicer and more wholesome. Big Bang Theory did become nicer as it went along, but originally it was that was meant to be a little bit more mean. And even with Young Sheldon being a show that is kind of has a certain level of edge and realism to it, it's a nice show where the characters are largely good people. And Mary's definitely an example that she's very loving, caring mother and wife. She does have certain, realistic flaws, like the favoritism she gives to Sheldon over Missy. And, I'm not saying that she loves Sheldon more than Missy, but what I am saying is that he often is in need of more attention due to things like his autism that he probably has. But, it's interesting because, okay, so Mary is, of course, going to be a more three-dimensional character on Young Sheldon, whereas opposed to on the Big Bang Theory, she's just an occasional character. Here, she's a main character. I think you could argue at times she feels like kind of a co-lead along with Sheldon. But they do a lot to make her interesting. They still keep, of course, these certain values about being, evangelical Christian Baptist type of thing. And, it's kind of similar enough where you can kind of see the other character, the other version of her from the Big Bang Theory in it, or perhaps maybe how she could possibly become a person like that later on. I think they did soften her up a bit on the later seasons of the Big Bang Theory as well. But, the thing is, like, with her religious beliefs, like, I think one thing is different is, like, she's not as condescending about it, like I said, but also, she's more tolerant, respectful of people who, are different. She's a lot more accepting of Sheldon's atheism, as, he is more accepting of her Christianity. They don't agree with each other, but they're still able to have a certain degree of love and respect for each other. And they do have a strong love on the Big Bang Theory, too, despite their differences. But there is a certain level of, roughness to their relationship that we don't see as much on Young Sheldon. So I think it all works very well.